Notre Dame is getting ready to take on a 15th ranked Louisville game in a matchup that is also a bit of a revenge game as we bring in Eric Hansen, co-publisher of Inside ND Sports. Eric, Irish fans don't need a reminder of what happened almost exactly 1 year ago down in Louisville, but it was a game that really exposed some of Notre Dame's flaws. And it's a game where they have a chance to really prove some things this Saturday, starting with the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want a rerun of what happened last year, which was Louisville really dominating Notre Dame's offensive line with Joe Alt and Blake Fisher a part of it. Now you have an offensive unit that's been coming together, added 2 new pieces last week with Rocco Spindler and Pat Coogan. So how are they going to stand up to a Louisville front that's really one of the elite fronts, and with Ashton Gillott, one of the best pass rushers in the country? So this is going to be an important checkpoint for them. The good news is those 2 new pieces played the best that they have in their careers. They were former starters, and they played very well.
They had good games on Saturday. Emil Wagner is another guy that Marcus Freeman singled out, their tackle, who played well. So you're right. The offensive line is starting to evolve in a good direction as the season goes on. But there's also a significant game planning component to this.
It is. When we think about where Notre Dame fell down last year, they didn't have counter punches when people loaded the box against them, where good defenses loaded the box against them. So you think about the Clemson game, a loss. You think about Louisville, a loss. You think about the Duke game, almost lost that. So what's the answer to that? You think about a quarterback with some running skills, a dual threat. You have one of the best in Riley Leonard right now. His 7 yards a carry average is one of the highest for a quarterback in the country. Navy's quarterback is ahead of him, which, of course, and Washington State, and then it's Riley Leonard at 7.0. And then you think about calling the game for him and how Mike Denbrock and Riley Leonard are going to show up in this game. Now, this has been a big controversy. A lot of people screaming for Steve Angeli, but this is a game where Steve Angeli can't give you the running component, but can Riley Leonard give you the deep passing component? So this is an important checkpoint both for Mike Denbrock and Riley Leonard.
A lot of people have been screaming to see more from the passing game, but perhaps they will learn to love Riley Leonard's legs, much like Marcus Freeman does. In fact, he was very strongly in favor of his quarterback today when he spoke.
Yeah, and you know, there were some boos in the stadium on Saturday early when there were some incomplete passes. Riley Leonard ended up with his best pass efficiency ranking of the season. He was the #1 rated offensive player on Notre Dame's team by Pro Football Focus in the film grades. But I think people have a certain expectation of what they want to see in the passing game from a quarterback. And so it's been this incremental evolution. And this is a game where Riley Leonard and Mike Denbrock need to take a bigger step with that if Notre Dame's going to come out victorious on Saturday. And Marcus is confident that they will.
All right, well, we'll find out soon enough. Notre Dame and Louisville kick off at 3:30 at Notre Dame Stadium this Saturday afternoon. I'm Pete Byrne from WSBT-22 News. For more Notre Dame stories, like and subscribe to the WSBT-22 YouTube page. Thanks for watching.